Hey guys, Lance here, Providential Studios. Sorry it's been a long time. We're in the middle of moving locations, so things even look behind me look like they're in disarray, but I wanted to bring you guys a video. So it was brought to my attention over Facebook and I'm constantly doing research. It's important that you guys constantly educate yourself in everything you're doing, especially if it's in guitar playing or any instrument, or if you're doing producing, or you're doing recording, mixing, engineering, all those things. It's very good for you to constantly educate yourself. So spend a day, take a day and do that and educate yourself. So I was on Facebook doing things. By the way, hit up the Providential Studios Facebook page and of course our YouTube channel here. And I seen a thing for neural DSP, and the Fortin plugin came up with a 14-day free trial, and I wanted to try this thing out and see it is for metal. I mean, that's what the website tells you. That's what I mean. If you know these things, if you're following guys like Fluff or on Riffs, Beards, and Gear, or any of these other guys that have well-established YouTube channels, you've probably heard of this and probably heard of some other demos. But I wanted to bring a demo in because it's just cool. I think this thing is cool. I don't think that it's something you should completely get rid of amps for. But if you're in a small apartment, or you're in a small setting where you can't have, that's just like Easy Drummer. I'd way rather record an actual drummer than use Easy Drummer. But for you guys that are working and you're recording and you're writing songs and you're doing things from a laptop in a small studio where you just don't have that environment or that place to do it, then these are key things as you're learning, as you know already. Some of you maybe even more advanced than I am. You're learning about all the plugins and all the plethora of options available, and it makes it easy for someone, especially in the songwriting process, to throw a loop together and throw something on top of it and get your ideas out and get things rolling. And then you can send it to the other musicians and kind of keep your things rolling. And the first songs that I recorded for my band, the Lang Band, which is a blues band, I used drum loops, or things that were already built into the DAW, and I played the organ and the guitar and the bass, and I did the vocals. But I did all of those things myself as I was recording and I was writing, I was doing things. So these are all great tools to be using. So I'm just going to get right into doing the demo on this, doing the review on it. I think it's really cool. I hope you guys love what you hear and love what you see. Please leave a comment down below and keep checking us out. There's a lot to come from Providential Studios really soon. First, I'm going to show you the layout here. So this is pretty cool. So I'm in the Studio One 4 Pro. And so you can get in, and if you do this 14-day free trial, which I did, I really wanted to check this thing out. I've been hearing a lot of things about, of course, plugins, things I've already known, but the technology with amp simulation in the DAW and working that, it just keeps moving forward pretty rapidly. I remember a number of years ago, you'd get the latency and it was okay. But now they're getting it down pretty well. And eventually, here in the studio, I'm going to run into getting a load box and loading up IRs and doing different things, because it's going to add, for my clientele and for myself and anyone else, it's going to add so much for cabs that I just don't have room for here, but I can put it all in with the IR. Anyway, let's go ahead and look here. So I've got standard chugginess. I'm guessing this is Ola England. He's got a show on YouTube as well, a YouTube channel. So, I mean, the cool thing is you get into right here, if you click into your speaker cabinet on this, you get right to this and you can choose your mic. They've got just a list of mics, of good mics, your standard SM57. And this one I'm running a Ribbon 121, which I'm guessing is like a Rhodes or Royer 121 Ribbon microphone. There is my guess. I could be wrong. Tell me in the comments so I can be educated, as we were talking earlier. And you can select your position, and when you move this will move on the screen. And if you again, your distance from the microphone is going to happen. So when we do this, I mean, you can see the position changing. You can see that happening right there. You can have the mic level. You can set that. You can set how much pan that you have. And of course, this is on each side. And it's really, really cool. And so we're going to get into just probably running through a little riff with this setting here. I've come to find this is probably one of my favorites that is on here. I like the sound of it. Demo on the Neural DSP Fortin, and it's pretty awesome. It's very awesome. I hope that the riff and the demo did you well. I'm trying to keep things a little more shorter. I sound like a redneck. They're a little shorter, and shortening things up for you guys so things aren't as long and drawn out. But if you do like the little more in-depth reviews and a little more in-depth things happening, shoot me a line in the comments, hit me up on Facebook, Providential Studios, and be looking forward to, I talked about my band, the Lang Band. We are in the process right now of recording our first record. So I'll be letting everybody know about that as soon as that comes out, but be looking for that. And we've got a lot of other cool things that's going to be happening with that I'll be involved with, not only for Providential Studios, but in another project that I'm doing with a friend of mine, Zach Jansen. We're going to unveil that as we get closer to that. But thanks, guys. Please subscribe and have a great one.